Greetings, YouTube. Today we're doing a shout out for an artist I found on DeviantArt one day when I was just poking around out of boredom. And his DeviantArt name is Prodigy Duck, and his real name is Jacob Blackman. And he does some really nice illustration. Now there is a little cheesecake here on this. The first two images are of a woman from like Nuka-Cola, and she is topless in one of them. But it is very cartoony. It's the kind of thing you'd see on like the old bomber kind of art. But a lot of the other things he's doing are definitely science fiction and fantasy images. Some of them of actual classic D&D monsters, just with kind of a fresh look, like a slightly different look on kobolds, or there's different looks on some of the classic monsters. Like I think he has a really nice chimera in here. He's got some interesting takes on it's like a cybernetic centaur. There's a yeti that's a cyclops, which I thought was kind of cool. There's a nice take on a Lovecraftian monster whose name escapes me, but it's a far more dynamic, lithe sketch of that particular monster than I have seen in the past. And I really enjoyed seeing his artwork, and it kind of brought back some memories of some of the illustrations and things that I had seen in other publications over the years. And I find quite a bit of it evocative. And you may even encounter some of my comments on on the images that he has posted. So I'll put a link down below to his page, and you can go check it out if you so wish. I find sometimes a piece of evocative art can give you everything you need for a character. You can look at that image and go, okay, this is how I'm going to use that image. And having an image that you can show to your party is very useful. I can remember one time when we were doing an adventure, and it was a low level, and it was like their first ever encounter. They were first level, maybe even almost zero level. I'm not quite positive, but they were going after a wagon that had been stuck in a pond, and they needed the metal off the wagon wheels. There were two wagon wheels sticking up in the air which had metal on them, and they needed the metal so that their farming blacksmith that worked on their farm could turn it into useful tools for them as adventurers. That's how low level they were. And in the process, they encountered a very large snapping turtle. And I had my GM screen in front of me, and I said, you see this? And I snapped up a picture of an actual snapping turtle that had been done in perspective, so the head looked huge, and behind it, so it's this huge head and the shell and the behind it, everything, and it was boom, and it was very evocative and kind of thing. And it worked quite well, and they were able to, and the druid was able to turn the shell into a shield. Or the whole shell was too big, but part of the shell into a functioning shield. Which was done in actual historical armoring. So that in real world, people did make shields out of shells. So there you go. There's provenance for that. So having a piece of art available to you, both as inspiration and also as an illustration that you can give to your player characters, as opposed to just giving a verbal description, can really help set a character as a non-player character, or even as a player character, art inspiration for their character. Like my character looks like this, but it's slight difference or something, can really help cement what that character looks like in the minds of everybody else at the table, GM and player included. So there you go. So go check out Jacob's stuff. I think it's really entertaining. I enjoy it, and I'm hoping that you do too.